Beneath it all, I look just like you, chattering, pattering, rictus grin, eyeless void, staring through. Inevitably, the bones will win. Greetings and welcome to the Dream Syndicate. In today's video, we're going to get to some sculpting, making miniature skulls. To start making these skulls, we'll wad up a ball of tinfoil. The materials we'll use will be in the description and pinned comment. With making these skulls, I'm challenging myself to try and use as little clay as possible, so these are mostly formed from the foil, and we'll use original Sculpey, which I only use for quick background elements. Original Sculpey is super soft and really easy to form the shape as you're working, so I'm not trying to get too precious about these. I spent less than 5 minutes sculpting each skull. We'll add a bit more clay for the lower jaw, and a piece for the nose bridge. Then we'll press in some eye sockets with a large ball stylus, and then noodle around in there with a smaller one. Next, we'll start to define the lines of the teeth and create some texture to add a bit of visual interest. What we're going for here is a sort of stylized skull, since it doesn't have to be realistic to look really cool. These skulls are definitely inspired by the one that Sean Tan did for his great book, The Singing Bones, and there's also the awesome work of Dug Stanat. I'm making these for a mound of skulls for a red cap piece of art, which are evil, nasty fae. If you use techniques you learned from many of my videos, I'd be happy to take a look. You can tag me wherever you're posting to. You can find my links in the description and pinned comment. Here they've all been baked in the oven and are ready to get an ink wash. We'll build it up in a couple of layers, and the ink's diluted with a little water. This might look like it's just white, but it actually has a touch of raw umber and yellow ochre to give it an earthy hint. These skulls would look just fine as is, but decided to apply an ink wash all over to make them look more aged and to highlight the textures. First we'll ink wash the face, and after a minute or two, wipe it away with a paper towel. Once the faces are dry, we'll apply the same technique to the back of the skull. The reason we're doing this in sections is so you don't end up with fingerprints where your hand goes to grasp it while you're applying your ink wash. You can see here that my fingers end up coated in ink. And there's one of our handsome skulls wearing a mushroom hat. If you want to see the red cap that these were made for, click the top video. And if you want another simple macabre project, check out this crow video. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to join me in making the imaginary reality, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Until next time, make believe.